Luke 8, the second part, I'll take for verses 21, 36. Jesus strictly warned them not to tell anyone about that he was the Christ before, because people would probably want to kill him, and it's not his time. And he said, the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law. And he must be killed, and on the third day, as Jonah in the big fish, just like them, 3 days he was in the whale, the big fish. He'll be raised to life, the Son of Man, Jesus. Then he said to them, Jesus, whoever wants to be my disciple learner must deny himself and take up their cross daily and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will save it. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world and forfeit his very life self? Whoever is ashamed of me, I'll be ashamed of my words, the Son of Man. I will be ashamed of them when I come in my glory and the glory of the Father and all of the angels. Okay, well, what he means there is if you want to keep your physical life of sin, you lose your spiritual life, and vice versa. You give up this life of sin and all its desires, you'll gain your life, spiritual life. That's what matters, okay? And don't be ashamed of Jesus Christ. He'll be ashamed of you when he comes, and ultimately you'll have no salvation. Okay, if you keep that up. Truly, I tell you, some of you standing here will not taste death before the kingdom of God. You see the kingdom of God. I saw a guy in some video say, hey, Jesus lied, they never saw it. Yet the very next verse is what he's talking about. They saw him at transfiguration in a dream. He said you'll see him and didn't say how. It wasn't reality at the future. When Christ comes, that's what he's talking about, the resurrection. I'll explain it. It wasn't this dream. About 8 days later, Jesus said after he said this, he took Peter and James and John with him, went up onto a mountain. As he was praying, the appearance of his face changed Jesus, and his clothes became as bright as flashing lightning. 2 men, Moses and Elijah, appeared in glorious splendor, talking with Jesus. They spoke about his departure, his exodus of the world, which he was about to bring to fulfillment at Jerusalem. Peter and his companions were very sleepy, but when they became fully awake, they saw his glory and the 2 men standing with him. As the men were leaving, Peter said to them, Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters, one for you and for Moses and Elijah. Parentheses, he did not know what he was saying. Meaning, people, that's the thing why God hid all the apostles or how they died or where they were, because people want to make holy shrines to them and worship them instead of God. He did not know what he was talking about, Peter. Okay, well, while he was still speaking, a cloud appeared and covered them, and they were afraid as they entered the cloud. A voice came from the cloud saying, this is my son, whom the Father... About Jesus, who I have chosen. Listen to him. When this voice had spoken, they found that Jesus was alone. The disciples kept this to themselves and did not tell anyone what they had saw or what they seen. Okay, and that transfigure is not heaven. That transfiguration is talking about showing them in the future when Christ comes back.